They got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something. That's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling.
This has been a game that I've been playing for about a year now. You will notice if you're new, you have never played Sea of Thieves before, that some of the things that I have, you're not going to have right away. I have made Pirate Legend, which is, I guess you could say, the top tier for this game. So, you know, keep achieving. I have a Discord channel if you need help. You can always go to the link below and join the Discord, and there's plenty of people there that would gladly help you along your way. So with that being said, any likes that you can provide would be greatly appreciated. I am starting my channel, so I need that to grow. So by all means, destroy that like button and subscribe if you want more. What we're going to do now is the Tall Tale Adventures for Sea of Thieves. This just came out about a month ago. So today we're going to start with Tall Tale 1. I probably will go ahead and do this all the way through. It takes about an hour to complete each one, I guess, if you're going to be by yourself. So with that being said, let's get started. So for this one, you can go to any of the taverns. Every one of them have the mysterious stranger. Next to him is going to be the Tall Tale book. So you'll just go ahead and click on this and it'll get started.
One moment. You do well to heed my warning, for this is no ordinary voyage you're contemplating. Few pirates have even heard of the shores of gold, let alone seen them with their own eyes. They say it's an island riddled with untold riches, ancient secrets, hidden tombs, and deadly traps. But you won't find it on any map, for it was swallowed up by the mists of the Devil's Shroud. This book is the journal of the pirate lord himself. It tells of his first ship, the Magpie's Wing, and the journey he took to find the mythical Shroudbreaker, the only way to part the fog and reach the shores of gold. If you dare to follow in the footsteps of the greatest pirate who ever lived, then take the journal and use it to find the wreck of the Magpie's Wing. It holds clues to the Shroudbreaker's whereabouts. Bring it to me, and I'll set you on your way to the shores of gold. But don't be fooled. Only the bravest, strongest pirates will make it back alive. I wish you luck. You're going to need it.
Alright, that being said, we'll go ahead and receive our book. Let's open it up. Journal of the Pirate Lord. Voyage for the Shroudbreaker. Closing legend. Another journey, another journal. The shores of gold. A great secret, an island of treasures swallowed by the Devil's Shroud. A lead. Ancients could reach new islands through the mist. Parts of the Shroud. Pathfinder. Wayfarer. Shroudbreaker. There may be more to find in the ancient isles. We will start there. Artifacts of the ancients. Found after days of scouring islands. Very old chest, still good as new. Totem inside. Animal totem? More than a statue? A key? The key to the Shroudbreaker. Sell to the secret places. Use totem. Take Shroudbreaker. Drink. Shores of gold. Drink. Ambush. The burning blade came for us. We are no match for her infernal cannons. I made my choice. Into the sea went to the chest. The ship's log will help us find it again. No one else shall take it. We will lure them into the wilds, away from the chest. We made our stand in the shallows in an uncharted isle. The jagged spires of crooked masts to the fore, old Crook's Hollow to the aft. My beloved magpie's wing lost, and with her my dreams of shores of gold. The ship's log went down with the ship. Without it, we can't reclaim the chest. Another may yet claim the Shroudbreaker. Alright. With all that being said, we have to go find this uncharted isle. The expressway. Now, I will just go ahead and let you all know that I have built a reputation for myself for being the worst pirate legend ever. So if you see a mistake, I don't know if it's by accident or if it's just me just being horrible at this game. Anyway, so we had Crook's Hollow to the aft. Have Crooked Mast to the north. So since this is diagonal, there's going to be a little uncharted island right here at N13. So that's going to be our first stop. We'll go ahead and mark it. We're heading that way. Now, for those who've never actually played this game before, there are a little bit of differences between the setup that I have. You're going to notice some different sails, different ship customizations, things of that nature. My weapons are going to be a little bit different. My pirate looks a little bit different. That's just because I've been playing this for about a year now, and I've already made Pirate Legend, which for this game is the highest class. Just a little look. I don't know how much of this you can still collect, just because some of these were time limited things. Figured he might as well look rough and tough. A little thing about this game though, if you are new, one thing that people that have been playing for a while, you know, Pirate Legends tend to not have anything to do because everybody wants to race through this game for some reason. Do not leave your sails to the front. Now there is a trick to this game. Whenever you have the winds coming at you directly, you kind of see the winds coming directly at me, or if you can't really tell, just look straight up. You can put up a flag, look straight up. You'll see that I'm going head on into a wind. So this is that one and only instance where you actually want to put your sail to the front. It's kind of a weird feature that they put to the game, where if you can't get wind in your sails, at least this will somehow put it in there. I don't know. But anyway, always check your wind and angle your sail in the right direction. That way bored people aren't out looking for you. Another thing to do is go ahead and cut off all these lights. Fun fact, when I started playing this game, I thought it was a lot bigger than what it is. I wasn't really sure what to expect. I thought it was going to be some kind of movie type deal to where there was going to be almost zombie looking skeletons and things of that nature coming at you. So the very first time that I popped out, I saw this little skull. And I knew that there was forts just from little videos and whatnot that I've watched in the past. And those are fortified positions, whatnot. You have skeletons, all that great stuff. They'll just keep coming at you in waves. I think there's like 5 waves. But anyway, I saw that, and every single time I would just run away. Wouldn't even bother with it. But then there was a DLC that popped out. where you had to go and conquer all these things. I look so stupid because I finally got a chance to play with another streamer, and they'd been playing since, I guess, the beta. And so I went to a fort that didn't have one of those, and got all excited just because, you know, there was no skeletons on it. So here I was, bragging, acting like, you know, I knew something that nobody else did, looking like an idiot. I think at the time, you know, I may have had like 15 or 20s in all of my whatever they're called, the different companies that you can work for to get the Pirate Legends. So here I am with other Pirate Legends, bragging, acting like I know more than they do about this game. Alright, so anyway, this is the Uncharted Island that the book talks about. It's going to be at N13 right there in the corner. And for this, we're just going to go ahead and leave it marked because we're actually going to have to come back here. I've actually done this a few times. I've actually done it all 5 times that you have to complete it, so. Now with this, on that northwest side, I try to not park over there, especially on the west side altogether, just because of all the land masses that are there. You'll just tear up your ships. I just don't even bother with it. Anyway, there's going to be a shipwreck over here. It's pretty easy to find. It's just to the southwest. For this island, the thing to look for here is that red bush. So you can locate everything off of that red bush right there. So for this one, it's going to be just to the southwest. I believe it's in the captain's quarters. So we'll go down here. Yeah, there they are. So we're going to collect this. That'll add pages to our book. Get back to our ship right quick. I believe there's a skeleton ship coming. I can never tell if these things are friendly or not. They always act like they're not. You know, we may have a little fun with that guy later. Alright, so anyway, continuing on. Magpie Wing ship log. So here, what we're going to do is you just read through this, and it's going to kind of tell you where to go. So, go back down to our map. Anchoring on the south side of Thieves Haven, captain's gone ashore. So from there, we know that it's going to be Thieves Haven is all the way down. The Burning Blade. We are fleeing to the northeast. They're turning to pursue. With that, we know to go northeast. We'll be up here. Past small, shallow isles to starboard. Amending course north by northeast. So, Mutineer Rock is the small, shallow isles. So they would have came through here, continue going northeast. Rounding fortified island, now headed west by southwest. Anytime they talk about fortified islands, they're always talking about fortresses. So they came around, went up here, they rounded about, now they're going what, south by southwest? Or west by southwest. So this general direction. Throwing the chest overboard northeast of a small or a shallow island. Now heading north. The Burning Blade is gaining. They'll soon catch us. Alright, so that last part we don't even care about. All we care about is that throwing chest overboard northeast of a shallow island. So they went this way. It's going to be Cutlass Cay. So it's going to be to the northeast of it, which is right there. So we'll zoom out, see where we're at. We need to go south by southwest. Actually almost sunk. There's an awful low. Now, a little thing that some people know, some people don't. You can just look over, instead of having to run downstairs all the time, you can just look over and see where you're at. So for this ship, it'll be, you can just look straight behind you. On others, there's these little, whatever these things are called. You can usually just look down and you'll see your map. I kind of want to go and mess with that thing. He looks way sunk. Or maybe the game's just messing with. Anyway, I got into this game by accident about a year or so ago. I wanted my daughter to start doing something. All she did was sit around on YouTube, go figure. But anyway, you know, we did play a few games. We did, you know, all the little Dance Dance Revolutions or whatever they're called nowadays. You know, and I just couldn't compete with her. So, you know, I started looking for games that we could do together, or, you know, at least I could watch her or something like that. So I found this one, and the video on it at the time just seemed amazing. It just came out. So, around this, I know that there's cannons on this island. I don't want to deal with it. But anyway, so, you know, I was looking around, found this game. It looked pretty cool. So I decided one night, you know, I'd just test play it, see how hard it is, you know, things of that nature. I mean, it is kind of rated for, you know, children and whatnot. So I started playing it. Well, then I got addicted. I ended up sitting up, like, most of the night. I ended up having to call into work because of the game. I haven't done that since I was early 20s. Maybe even late teens. But, yeah, so I started playing this game. And got addicted. Well, then, from there, just kind of, you know, kept going. At first, I was having to do, you know, open cruise and things of that nature, and that was just a train wreck. Nobody could talk. Nobody had mics. You know, even if they did, they wanted to go into little party chats and whatnot, which then just disables you from hearing the game itself. So, and then is when the Meg first came out, which it was just super powered compared to what it is today. And you wouldn't be able to hear it if you're in a game chat. So yeah, anyway, it was just a complete mess. So, you know, finally, I think I was searching through YouTube one day or something, trying to find a tutorial, and at the time, you know, nobody was really putting those out. But I ran across this guy. His name was Jesse Tattoo. He always did these like news releases, if you will. Whenever an update came out, he would put out videos, whatnot. So I joined his community. That's when I found out about Discord. So joined his community, and we found, I found a few people who played the game. And they were pretty decent. And then I ran across a guy named Fuzzy Bond, which ended up being a good friend of mine for a while. And we just went from there. We went and we ended up creating our own Discord together. And we grew his channel. He has YouTube as well. I may go ahead and put a link down to his channel. But, we grew his channel, and then, of course, he went on to do live streaming and whatnot. And of course, things happen. So, there's what we're looking for. Then now I have my own channel, I have my own Discord, all that greatness. And by the way, I will put a link into the description for my Discord and for Mixer and Twitch and all that great stuff. So if you will, go and look at that. I did just start it maybe 2 weeks ago. Alright, we're going to go ahead and take these pages. A boar token. We'll just leave that in there for now. Let's see what this says. These are islands. The boar, does it say, cowers in sand beneath a vast rock wall. So on this, what you do is you look at that picture there on the left hand side, and that's the picture of the island that we're going to go to. Now you can go ahead and look on your map, and you'll see that it matches Devil's Ridge. So that's where we're going. I've actually never had to go here, so it's going to be a first for me. Didn't even look to see which way I needed to go. Southeast. Crap. Right here's what I was talking about being the worst pirate legend ever. Wonderful. Yeah. That's something I will tell you. On my Discord, I try to, whenever these DLCs drop, I try to be one of the first to put out all the little guides and whatnot to help you out. So if you are playing this, you get lost, or maybe like this video doesn't cover, the voyage that you have, then go to the Discord, and I have a Tall Tales guide for each Tall Tale. And they'll help you out, and you can always contact me if you have questions through Discord. Now, what I will say about these videos, though, I'm going to do my best to post these now. Like I said, takes almost an hour depending on which tall tale you're doing. Usually takes me about an hour and a half to complete them if I'm by myself. So what I may end up doing is just breaking these up into pieces instead of doing the whole tall tale all at once in one video. I may just break it up into like 30 minutes sections or whatnot. Just so that I'm not taking up all of your time. So I do appreciate you stopping in, though. I actually wasn't going to do YouTube or anything like that. I do stream, but mainly for friends of mine. We'll co-stream together, things like that. But or if we do the Discord, is every now and then we'll get together. We'll do what we call a server takeover, to where we'll jump on and gather a few ships if we can, and then we'll do Athena missions, or if there's special accommodations or whatnot that you need teams and things like that, we'll help each other out. Anyway, so YouTube. So I wasn't going to do it, but my daughter just thought it was the coolest thing. Like I said, I used to sell a lot with Fuzzy Bonds, so he would do YouTube events or whatnot, and my daughter would tune in and watch, and she just thought it was the coolest thing whenever we would do a shout out for her. She would go to school the next day and just brag. So I decided probably a week ago that I would start a YouTube channel, and just so that she can have something to watch and things of that nature. That's not bad. So I did this, and it was funny because my wife came to me and was talking about, your daughter. I always tell it's bad when it starts like that. Your daughter thinks that you're a pro gamer, and she's going around telling all of her friends that my dad's a pro gamer now, and things of that nature. And of course, I'm not. I'm actually the world's worst at video games. But I thought it was funny. So now I'm a pro gamer. My daughter says it doesn't matter what I actually do for real life work. I thought that was pretty cool. But work for one of the biggest law enforcement agencies in America, but my daughter thinks it's cooler that I play video games. But here we are. Going in the right direction. Nope. Alright, so again, if you're new to this game, so some of these islands have skeletons that, shoot cannons at you, whatnot. So on this island, on this west side here, and on the north side, and on the northeast side, there's cannons. So on this one, you want to approach on the southeast side. There's nothing there. So I've always heard about streamers' luck whenever it comes to playing this game. That a streamer will never have wind in itself. Now I can see why. I had wind for a whole 2 seconds there. Now something I like to do, I don't know if this works for everybody or not, excuse me. Whenever that little icon pops up whenever you are approaching an island, I like to go ahead and put my cell up halfway. Do a slow approach. Usually if you do that, you'll slow down a little bit where you're not going to crash into anything. here. Well, take our little totem, maybe. And these things are always in caves. That. People swear that if you have something in your hands, if you just jump around, you're a mermaid. Somewhere. It's down there. We're going to have to hit that on the way back. So the blue ones there you can actually do by yourself. They're pretty easy. Do it one of two ways. You can either... The safest way to go about it... I know I lied. Alright, so whenever it comes to these islands, these little things here, alright, there's always going to be rock paintings of whatever, you know, statue that you have. So wherever these rock paintings are at, that's usually where the little key thing's at. And I don't remember where it is for this island. Probably over here on the left somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Boom. That's pretty nifty. Alright, so from here, what we're going to do is grab our little book. And all that stuff that's on the right there, so these little pillars, once I activate all of these pillars are going to start glowing. There's going to be images on them. You'll just rotate these around. What you're going to do is match those symbols. So there's going to be 3 times that you have to do this. The first one is going to be the Shroudbreaker up there on the top left. So this first one right here is going to be that image. And then going down the line will be the warrior, a warrior, a warrior. And then when you get done, you're going to go over here and you're going to press this little button. And then it'll reset and you got to do it again. So the next one will be the little ship on the first, ship on the second, ship on the third, and then whatever that is, I guess the Shroudbreaker again on the end. Then you'll go back, hit the button, and then finally end with that bottom line. So let's go ahead and get this started. Just raise your lantern and activate. Like I said, there'll be Shroudbreaker, which is already up there. We'll rotate this to warrior, warrior, warrior. Hit that button, and it'll be boat, 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 boat. Dude holding the Shroudbreaker. Now, this is a timed event, by the way, so it is filling up with water. You do need to be quick. Alright, so the last one is the dude holding the Shroudbreaker. And I'll just call these people family. So family, family, family. And boom. So that completes the first. Now there's 3 puzzles that you have to do. So that was the first bit. Get rid of the book. So here, you see that little ring right there? So you have to go around the island and find where this image is. It's a little bit different than anything else. But what we can see is there's going to be a pool. It's going to be right there behind that rock. So we have to go find that pool. If you don't know where this stuff is at, you can always go back to your ship. and use the map in there because you can zoom in a little bit better. May actually be right there. Alright, so that is showing this pool right there, and there's that rock, so it's going to be on the opposite side of this island. Take our expressway. Hopefully I don't cannon over to the next island. Or pretty much end up where I just started. Oh man. Alright, so here's our first one. Now, you can go ahead and defeat these dudes. Or you could just run away. I mean, either way works. But so we're just going to collect these medallions now. Like I said, there's going to be 2 more of these. I believe. No, 3. Yeah, there's going to be 3. So there's this little place, you'll just drop it in there, and then you'll get a new image. You know that it's right above your head, in the middle of that pathway. So that boat's going to end up being, or this little place is going to be pretty much right above where you were just at. Looking over the east side. But this time there was a rowboat right there. Those rowboats don't always populate in the same spot though, so they'll be right behind these. Either right behind that, yeah, I'm going to say it's right behind this big one in the middle. Somewhere in the middle. Or I could just be lying. Yeah. There. Now we're cooking with those grease. I don't eat raw animals. Take that map. Alright, so this one's going to be inside of a cave. It's right underneath the, I think that's a boar's head. Go through the west side. I think. Pretty positive. actually don't deal with this island that much. I'm pretty positive. Or I could just be stuff up. Is there another way through? Is that just a shortcut? Wonderful. So I know that there is a way to get up there from the top. There's actually a lot to this game. So in this, if you haven't ever played it before, you have to hit level 50 in 3 of the factions. Now, when this game first started, there was only 3. There you could go for Merchant, Gold Hoarder, or Order of Souls. Now they've included the Hunters, or the Hunter's Call, an Arena, that you can go and max out to 50. But anyway, you gotta hit 50 in at least 3. With that comes all of these rock paintings that you keep seeing. Isn't that wonderful? That right there, I killed the dude. Oh, he was just a freebie, huh? Give me that back. Anyway, yeah, that's where all these rock paintings come into play. Whenever you're doing Gold Hoarder, you're going to get maps that, tell you to solve riddles or whatnot. So whenever you're doing these maps, you'll be looking for things like that. Now, something that I used when I first started, you can go and download an app. It's called Rare Thief. And the good thing about them is that they have every one of these rock paintings or special things. You saw just a second ago there was a painting of a rock statue. But they have every one of those labeled for you. Cool. That's that. We'll just collect our Shroudbreaker. Now here, you can go ahead and fight all of these dudes, or you can just run. I have never actually fought them. Alright. What that just said, in case you didn't catch it, is just return this back to any of the mysterious strangers. Now what I like to do is take it back. We'll go back to Ancient Spire, which is just right here. We actually have wind for once. Holy crap. Now, these things do glow. And so does this box. Now, the game has been kind of dead as of late because I think everybody and their mom has completed this now. But as a just in case, always hide that because it will reflect elsewhere. Oh, here comes Meg. That's not the one I want. So yeah, make sure that you hide those. Now the cool thing about those chests is the fact that if you do an Order of Souls, you can stuff your skulls in it whenever you defeat the captains, and it'll take away that glow that everybody and their mom can actually see. Once again, I gotta thank Fuzzy for that one. But yeah, you stuff all those skulls in there. I believe it can hold up to 3. You can hold 3 items. So you put all of those in there, and it'll hide the glow from the skull to where you're not glowing in the dark. And then just take that and go hide it. That way people don't see it blinging out. We'll grab our little Shroudbreaker and take it back to the mysterious stranger. We'll call this one done. Now this is the easiest one to do because you're not really fighting anything. There's no skeleton lords to have to fight, nothing like that. You just need to know where to go. Now every one of these, they start off the same. You'll always have to start with the mysterious stranger to start it. And then from there, you'll always go to that N13 Uncharted Island. And then from there, you know, depending on once you pick up that chest, you know, which totem you end up getting will take you to a different place. And like I said, you can always go to... Anyway, you're not taking out the Duke, though. Alright, we'll go ahead and turn it in.
Great Ramses' ghost. I heard all the stories, but to actually hold the Shroudbreaker in my hands, I never thought I'd see the day. Something's wrong. There should be 4 jewels set in the base that grant the Shroudbreaker its power, but they've been removed. Without them, you won't last 5 minutes in that fog. Now let me think. I did hear tell that Captain Briggsy made it to the shores of gold. If that's true, she might know the whereabouts of these missing stones. Not that she'd ever say. Sometimes, even the best pirates fall victim to their greed or hatred, and it changes them, strips the flesh from their bones, gives them power, but twists them up inside. Briggsy is one such abomination. People call them skeleton lords, and most pirates flee at their approach. Not even the Order of Souls dares challenge them, and rightly so, but you are going to have to hunt one down. I have eyes and ears across the Sea of Thieves. If you gather any of the missing pieces, I'll see they're restored to the Shroudbreaker on your behalf. For now, head to Plunder Outpost and speak with Madame Olivia about Briggsy's whereabouts. Remember, skeleton lords are not to be taken lightly.